Yo, there should be ready.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal, and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Ver, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Ver is...
Pero tranquilo, claro que hay side quests.
not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went in. Would you help me find him?
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast it?
Shula told...
Right. So you know the cairns we used to maintain. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would...
So your friend went into the forest to visit...
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down. There are 2 cairns out.
All right.
If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged.
Very well. One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one a ride. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens. And as a...
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty?
Well, she's... tall.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have...
This I've got to see.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's very... It'd be perfect timing and all. He's prepared...
You would? Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right, then.
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the...
Bastard things.
Just try to breathe.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. And this is Talor, one of my patients.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too.
But...
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might... Shula said that you were here to help us.
I'd be happy to.
You can. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if something must have caused the trouble is. While you...
All right.
Do you need something?
I do, though not from the Forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you.
I see. Sorry.
It's no trouble, really.
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's all... Suppose he might have been a bit more... fidgety than...
When you say out and about, where does he...
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows some...
Maybe.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you...
His eldest. Talor's never been ill a day in his life.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked...
I suppose. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a...
Well, that certainly does sound... And it might just be what Fanny is...
Oh, don't mention it. What?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
Marico, tenen 4 side.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazier, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
No, bueno.
The forest. Between here and the coast.
Hace se puso más fresco.
Surely not.
Nice.
Then...
Esa tormenta eléctrica viene el miércoles para acá. Está haciendo tour.
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder. Oh, no, it's a lot to ask. There's an altar there. And if my fears are true and offer... Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows...
Very well.
Ahora. Saco. Pero una de las sacos me dan un chocobo. Porque quieren que traigan ambrosia. Por barquito.
If we pick too many of the flowers...
Está para.
Lord, may I speak? There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious, then.
Yes. I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more...
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. But if it is who I think it is, would you go and see? He won't try to hurt.
Bragav.
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know.
Perhaps. Just promise me that...
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
Ninguna de las anteriores. Ok, ya te lo traigo. Con hielito.
Ay, porque capaz no. Pero sí, como te dije, Ancito, me quedo como hasta las 9 y creo que luego bajo y pasauteo.
Sign of the child.
Sí, porque el piso arriba. Estoy allí considerando comprar un aire acondicionado para el piso arriba.
You one of the
Sí,
outsiders then?
I am.
voy a comprar uno que calienta.
Got you running
Un
errands
doble.
for her already, has she?
Algo así,
She's
sí.
asked to see my chocobo, but I need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Bueno, entonces eso lo voy a poner para que enfríe y caliente y así lo puse en invierno.
She'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributes still. I'll need you to bring us a mimic goat or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed.
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and...
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird.
Uninvited guest. Bueno, vamos con ese primero. Voy a salir de la psycho primero. Tigritos. Tiger Blade. Sí. Sí, todos son pelo blanco. Pues todos son una tribu, son de la misma tribu. Y considerando que nadie ha venido para acá, pues stands to reason.
A bottle. Breath of the Arbor. Perfume from Sunbrag. Looks expensive too.
Pero el tío.
Who's there?
Pero que no.
Stop!
Ah, no, un dude random.
Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
¿Qué es la vaina aquí? No mierda. Sí, todo. Sí. Pero te vuelve mucho menos móvil, o sea.
Are you all right?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved! Oh, I could kiss you!
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I knew it was you. What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary, it's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients? We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears. And then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that guided me to you.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a bright and benevolent blue. That was when I knew for certain that my little canary was close.
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh,
Coño,
my
este
little
pan.
canary.
Te pones insoportable, sin embargo.
Please, come and see me later. But first...
Sí.
You should never have found this place. How...
Ah, mira. Chronomancy, marico.
Careless.
Oh my goodness, seguramente me da el poder de parar el tiempo. ¿Cuál es el icon del tiempo? Hay un icon del tiempo, no, ese es en Tails, que es Cronos. Pero en Final Fantasy no hay como un icon del tiempo, que yo sé.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale, I take it.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it cannot provide. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet
And so you supported your family as best.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I also found Hervey. But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret...
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia,
I see.
That was before my time, you understand? I've never had to make a decision like this before. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. This was my mistake.
Thank you, tributary. I only hope... I
will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to.
Of course,
Da
I
dee da dee.
thank you, my lord, for bringing us back together.
No, todavía no se ha resuelto esto. Se va más tarde. Todas las cosas están aquí. Eso. ¿Tú sabes qué es lo que significa esto, no, Dancito? Que hay más sidequests luego. Verga, Eric. Tengo sentimientos cruzados. ¿Cómo que? O sea, debería estar feliz y 10 es una sidequest, pues, tampoco es que es tan... Fue tan nula, pues. Una historia, pues.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
Sí. Sí, pues. O resolver un puzzle, una vez así, pues. Es como que... Porque este juego no tiene ningún puzzle hasta ahora. No que yo sepa, pues.
But no sign of Nasef. To the riverbank then.
Como muchos de estos juegos, al menos como que bueno, te meten en un cuarto y tienes que, no sé, pisar unas vainas y resolver un puzzle. Un poquito más de variedad.
Who have we here? I'm looking for a man named Nasef.
Sí. Sí, es relativamente lento, sí.
Takes care of the cans. Wait. You didn't think I was him, did you? Sorry, mate, I'm just out to gym myself a few ibexes. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
His friend, Katav, asked me to look for him. Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cairns and didn't return.
Sí, te me juro de lento, pana. Sería fino que tuvieses un poder que fuese como un traversal.
You must know the woods as well as anyone. Can you think where he might have gone?
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away a few moons back. Our carpenter only recently had time to rebuild it. But if I remember rightly, there is another cairn on the far side. Maybe he decided to visit that one while he was here.
Maybe. It's worth a look, certainly. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll keep an eye out too. Perhaps he...
Let's hope so.
Bruh. Sí, parece que tengo que buscar el chocobo, pero sí.
This must be the bridge that Hunter was talking about.
acuéstate. Ok, no hace nada de daño como el de Chivo. Digo, daño... Ah, tengo certificado al máximo. Jinken. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest. And you must be Nassef.
I am? But how do you know that?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you when you didn't return.
Ah, I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those creatures come until it was too late.
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour going. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel. It's my job to make sure that doesn't happen.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it if you're dead. You need to take more care.
Yeah, no arguments there. The truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like. But when we heard outsiders were coming, we split up to get the job done faster, so things would be perfect for your arrival. Stupid, I know.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them off their dinner.
Mustn't have been hungry after all. Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nassef.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us.
If you insist.
Pues esto que deberías jugar. Final Fantasy.
That's better.
Sí, sí. Qué pan. Que te estás jugandito algo ahorita, ¿no? O estás simplemente bien. Ah,
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
ah, mira, son los tomber.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you.
Coñazo con estos, pero...
Let's see what's on this altar then. A silver chain. I doubt the Tombries made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
You're back?
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tombries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombry curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure, but given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar...
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon?
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs.
Did they ever catch him in his deception?
Not that he ever took...
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating.
All right.
Thank you.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble.
La volveré a quedar el consejo otra quest.
We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them... If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I
am, thank you.
Hay unas quests que... Serpent Ring Design. Serpent Ring Recipes. Todas las quests que tienen un más siempre te dan algo nuevo. A ver, Serpent Ring, how to design craft. Hands Leviathan. To create these items, speak with water. Bloodstone. Both of the visible governor resource of pressure gems.
Yes?
Mira, una Tomberry Knife. Ah, tiene 700 de stagger. Está fina, al fin una arma que sea como... Que no es que mejoría. Ah, mira, y aquí están los de... Esto hace que le baje el cooldown a las bichitas. O sea que nunca las voy a craftear porque nunca las uso.
Till next time, then.
Las craftearé por craftear, no por...
Child.
Bastard things.
I thought I'd lost you. But you saw... Thank you. Nasev told me everything. Oh,
All that matters is that you're safe. Far be it from me to tell you how to do your jobs, but...
Or if we have to, maybe we should think about casting the glamour on ourselves to keep the wildlife from spotting us. It'd take its toll, of course, but it'd beat letting the cairns fall and having to weave the entire spell from scratch. Imagine...
I'd rather not. Would only succeed in adding 2 new piles of stone to the collection.
Your bearers.
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the crystals in the cairn.
So,
Yeah.
you do this work for the good of your people. Not because...
We're forced to. No. From what I've heard of the way things work on the outside, we were truly blessed that our rain fell here in Mysidia. Our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin against kin, over nothing but a stupid accident of birth, our days would be numbered.
They would.
Anyway, all's well that ends well, eh? Thanks to you, both of us lived to keep this place hidden another day.
Dinero fue lo que me dieron. Qué nada, necesito la hasta aquí por ahí. Porque también podemos ir, como yo no siempre puedo jugar, también podemos ir shareando lo de Rogue Galaxy. Si quieres comenzar a jugarlo pronto.